7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday the 1st of November and it's World Vegan Day. And a big happy birthday to Tim Cook, Penn Badgley, Ben Miles and Natalia Tella. Monday saw the Home Office come under fire for their handling of the migrant crisis as details emerged about poor conditions at a migrant processing facility in Kent. Following Sunday's petrol bomb attack on an immigration centre in Dover, 700 migrants were moved to the already overcrowded Manston facility where diphtheria and MRSA outbreaks have been reported. Senior Tory MP Sir Roger Gale visited the facility and said the situation is unacceptable.
So a facility designed to take comfortably 1,500 people and to move them on within 24 hours has turned into a refugee camp housing 4,000 people, and it's simply not fit for that purpose. And Home Secretary Suella Braverman found herself under serious pressure following reports she ignored legal advice to transfer some Manston asylum seekers to hotels. Suella's denied ever blocking the usage of hotels, but Shadow Home Secretary Yvette Cooper says the Home Office needs to get their act together.
So we need action from the Home Office in all of these areas, and at the moment we're not seeing it. You know, you've got the awful reports that we've just been hearing, and a lot of that is because the Home Office decision-making system has collapsed.
Speaking of Suella, a Home Office inquiry found she'd sent government documents to her personal email address 6 times during her first tenure as Home Secretary before resigning over a security breach. She's been under mounting pressure to explain her actions since she was reappointed to the post by new PM Rishi Sunak last week. But addressing the House of Commons on Monday, it seems like she's finished talking about the situation.
I've been clear that I made an error of judgment. I apologised for that error. I took responsibility for it and I resigned.
She also took the chance to face down her critics on the migration centres, saying her tactics are necessary to repel an invasion on the south coast, language that was immediately condemned, while Labour's Shadow Immigration Minister Stephen Kinnock says it's unacceptable for Suella to remain in her post.
We have a Home Secretary who is a security risk. She is known as Leaky Sue. You cannot have a Home Secretary who is not trusted by her security services.
Monday morning saw celebrations across the streets of Brazil as former President Lula da Silva narrowly defeated far-right incumbent Jair Bolsonaro to regain leadership 12 years after he last held the post. Lula, who's a founding member of the left-wing Workers' Party, had been described as Brazil's most popular president, but he was unable to run in the country's last general election due to a controversial money laundering conviction since annulled, which saw him spend 18 months in jail. In his victory address, he emphasised his commitment to solving Brazil's poverty and housing crises and stopping deforestation in the Amazon, and said that the people of Brazil are the true winners of his comeback.
We arrive at the end of one of the most important elections for our country. One that put face to face 2 different, opposed country projects, and today, the only winner is the Brazilian people.
Thousands of Ukrainians were left without power and water on Monday following a series of Russian missile attacks on critical energy infrastructure across the country. Ukrainian Prime Minister Denis Shmyhal confirmed 18 facilities in 10 regions had been hit during the strikes, which are thought to have been carried out in retaliation for a Ukrainian drone attack on Russian targets in the annexed Crimea on Sunday. In the Ukrainian capital Kyiv, as many as 80% of residents were thought to be without power on Monday morning, and damage was also felt in the cities of Kharkiv and Zaporizhzhia. American journalist Sergio Olmos is in Kyiv and talked about the effects that attacks on the city are having on its residents.
This whole month, Kyiv has kind of been a blackout at night, which it hasn't been for many months. It's been a blackout, and people do take the air raid sirens seriously, and really loud sounds kind of make people pause because the drones, the Shahed drones, the Iranian ones, they sound like lawnmowers.
Still to come on the Smart 7, Jurgen Klopp's getting cranky and BBC Radio 1 are killing off their DJs. Right after this. Welcome back. 3.
It's been a tough weekend for former Premier League champions Liverpool, who succumbed to a late 2-1 defeat against a struggling Leeds United on Saturday. The Reds currently sit 9th on the table, having won just 4 of their opening 12 matches and with their worst points return at this stage in the season since current manager Jurgen Klopp took over in 2015. They'll be hoping for better luck when they host Napoli in the Champions League tonight, and should be bolstered by the fact they've already qualified to the knockout stages, although a place at the top of Group A is at stake. And speaking of Klopp, he was getting a bit frustrated when a reporter asked what he wanted to see from his team ahead of the match.
After all those things I answered now, you asked me that question, Carl. Do you think I want to see now that we start passing around them back heels and bicycle kicks and these kind of things? Of course not. We have to work and we will.
Radio 1 listeners were kept on their toes on Monday as the station celebrated spooky season with a murder mystery extravaganza. Throughout the day, listeners had to try and find the secret killer among 13 of the station's presenters, and there were accusations flying left and right. In the end, Ariel Free was revealed as the one what done it, but the funniest part of the day had to be breakfast show host Greg James's death by cricket bat. We go live now to Matt Edmondson.
We go into Greg's favourite loo here. It's the bigger one. Oh no! No, that is a horrifying sight. Okay, guys, Greg is slumped on the loo. I'm pleased to say he is still fully clothed, thank goodness. But he has got... He's a cricket bat.
More than 30 years after the release of George Lucas's Academy Award-nominated fantasy film, Willow is back with a new TV series set to premiere on Disney Plus at the end of this month. The series picks up where the movie left off, following a group of 6 heroes on a dangerous quest to save the world from demons. It sees Warwick Davis reprise his role as Sorcerer Willow Ufgood, and the trailer's just dropped, so get yourself ready.
Evil is coming to destroy us all. Well, that can't be good.
Elora Danan was destined to save our world. Her true identity was concealed, even from herself.
We need to find her.
Do we, though? Because no one who's got out there's actually ever come back.
We're putting in time.
To adventure!
This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.